Castro Verde, but you can call me Mayan, and welcome to my vlog. Today, I'll show you how we can use Polia's 4-step problem-solving method to tackle something we all feel every day: inflation. Food prices are rising, transportation is more expensive, and even small daily expenses add up so fast. So today, let's try to make this problem lighter the Polia way. Lately, I've noticed almost everything around me has become more expensive, from basic food items to school supplies and even my daily fare. As a student, this affects me a lot because I only have limited allowance. Sometimes my daily budget doesn't match the rising prices, and it becomes stressful trying to make everything fit. But the real issue here isn't just high prices, it's how unprepared we feel when inflation hits, especially when we don't track our spending or have a proper plan. If we don't take control of our habits, inflation can drain our savings, limit our needs, and make everyday living harder. So the problem is clear. How can I manage my money wisely despite the rising prices? Understanding the problem, I came up with a simple but realistic plan. First, I started listing all my weekly expenses so I can see where my money really goes. Second, I separated my spending into two groups: the needs and the wants. Needs are food, school requirements, and transportation. Wants are the unnecessary snacks, impulsive online buys, and random cravings like milk. Third, I look for cheaper alternatives, like comparing prices, buying in small bulks, and choosing more budget-friendly shops. And lastly, I decided to set a weekly saving goal, even if it's a small amount. This plan focuses on being mindful, disciplined, and practical with money. Small changes that can help me adjust better to inflation. I started applying it in my daily routine. I created a simple budget list on my phone so I can track every peso I spend. At first, it was hard because I realized how often I buy small things without thinking. To help myself improve, I made a little challenge: no unnecessary spending for a week. I also brought snacks from home instead of buying outside, and I avoided random Shopee or TikTok cart checkouts. For transportation, I chose cheaper rides and planned my routes better. After a week, I actually saw a difference. I saved more than I expected, and I didn't feel stressed about my allowance. It felt good to know that I can adapt even when inflation makes life tougher. Looking back, I realized that coping with inflation isn't just about earning more, it's about handling what you already have wisely. By following Polia's method, I understood the problem clearly, made a solid plan, took consistent action, and reflected on the result. My small effort made a big change in how I manage money. I became more aware of my spending, more disciplined, and more confident. This experience taught me that even big problems feel manageable when you break them down step by step. And that's how I applied Polia's 4-step problem-solving method to deal with inflation in my daily life. Let's try to be wiser on our spending because even small habits can make a big difference. Thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something today. Let's keep growing, learning, and solving life problems one step at a time.
Philippine inflation rate rose further to 8.7% in January 2023, the highest since November 2008, according to the Philippine Statistics Authority. Tell us more, here's Daphne Galvez reporting.